How's it going, everybody? My name is Joanne Maddow. You can follow me on Twitter at JV88_football or on this channel on YouTube. We're going to go through real quick. Again, I'm going to keep the videos fast and straight to the point. We're going to go through for the DraftKings main slate on August 12th. The GPP plays that I like stacks and some players I like. Most of them are low floors but high ceilings. But I think it'll help get leverage in the big field GPPs and whatnot. All right, so the first team we're going to start with as a stack, and there's more like a 2 or 3 man stack, is Sheffield United, which I know it's not an appealing stack, but the main reason that it's Sheffield United, like I had touched on in the cash game video, is that Sheffield United actually has a pretty decent matchup at home against Crystal Palace, who's now without Wilfried Zaha, and as of recently also is Michael Olesi. So they still have some pieces that will need to find their form offensively. Their defense is very good still, and they actually finished fourth in the league last year on the road in expected goals allowed per match and actual goals allowed per match. So I'm not too keen on targeting the offensive side of Sheffield United, but for the GPP play, I do like specifically, like I touched on in the cash games, I do like Oliver Norwood just because he's very cheap with a floor, and he allows for so much salary relief since he's only 3,700. But I would pair him with. I don't mind at all pairing him with Fotheringham. I believe is how you say the name. That's their goalkeeper of Sheffield United, or the expected goalkeeper. If he's not the starting when lineups come out, I'm fine with whichever keeper they roll out behind him. Mainly because the price is low on the keeper. There's so much variance in keepers. I'm not willing to pay up for the only one that I think can actually get the chance of a clean sheet and a win. Like realistically, is Brighton's Jason Steele, but I'm not going to pay his asking price, which I believe is around 6K. Because if he gives up a goal, you're really drawing dead at the position. So we're going to go with Fotheringham, Sheffield's keeper. And the main reason Sheffield, like I touched on in the previous video, is at home, newly promoted. So I think they'll be up for the game. They're not facing a threatening offense. And Crystal Palace last year was actually defensively on the road. They were good. Offensively on the road, they weren't as good. They were actually near the bottom in fourth worst in expected goals per match at under 1 expected goals per match, and also under 1 actual goal scored per match on average. They scored only 17 goals or something. Okay, no, they're actually at 1 goal. It's 19 goals in 19 road matches. So I'm going to go with Sheffield United's goalkeeper. Hope he sees some shots, even if he gives up a goal. 4 to 5 saves. On top of that, should be enough to pay off the asking price of 4,500 on DraftKings. If you want to get a little bit more creative or get a little bit more salary relief and really shooting again in GPPs, is just trying to hit the upside, not really worrying about the possible low floor. Maybe you would consider pairing him with John Egan, center back. A clean sheet would actually help him more than 1x his price. He's right at the minimum in the defender spot at 2,500. If he gives up a goal, you're in trouble. You really want to hope for him to get the clean sheet. And maybe if Sheffield's attacking on a corner, he runs up and tries to head the ball in, at least a point for a shot, or get some tackle one and interceptions in the defensive side when Crystal Palace is attacking. All right, then we'll move on to right after that to Bournemouth. Now, West Ham they're both plus money on the odds. So, and West Ham is a slight favorite comparative, but Bournemouth, I think, has some pieces because they did well and they held their own against tougher teams at home towards the later stretch of the season. I think they'll be more prepared and have a little bit more chemistry coming into this year, as opposed to being like a newly promoted team the previous year with some early draw some early downside. I do like Bournemouth to at least find a goal in this match, and the target I'm more interested in GPP just because of the high ceiling with a shot volume at almost near 2 per match a season ago, and he did lead the team in goals scored. Although there weren't a lot of goals, he led them with 7 total goals. Is Philip Billings. A direct set shares. He stands over the ball. He'll take them himself. He's not afraid to shoot from outside the box. You just want to hope it gets on target. He can bring up with some outside metrics. He can put up some points as far as won tackles, created chances. He does like to attack. A drawn foul. He also will get penalized for fouls committed, but that's the risk when he's attacking. You're either getting a drawn foul or you get a one tackle and an interception instead of the actual foul committed. Regardless to which, I'm chasing the upside with him, and he's 4,100. He allows for our last stack, which is going to be very expensive. I do like Philip Billings. Also, if you want to get a little bit more leverage because the asking price will have him fall, I'm expecting less than 8% in a GPP for him, is Dominic Solanke. He did lead the team with 2.44 shots per match a season ago, and he did well to mix in goal scored and assists for the team. He would handle the penalties should Bournemouth be able to draw one against Crystal Palace. And Solanke does well to draw fouls in his own right, going up for headers, or he's got the speed to try to break away from the defenders. He can get clipped and draw some fouls. Again, at 6,800, you're still going to need a goal. Nothing that Solanke does in outside metrics without the goal is going to pay off that asking price. So it really is just a leverage spot. I would never, even if you're MMEing, I would never go more than like 10% shares of Solanke. And finally, which you can run as a 2 or 3 man stack between Billings. You can throw Christian. I wouldn't, just because I'm not sure what his status is as far as like his nagging injuries he's going on with him, but he is cheap enough, and he does have, if he chooses it, some set shares. But from Bournemouth, Billings, Solanke, just chasing the shot volume and the goal upside. Two of them are fine, or you could trade Solanke off for Atara. I believe that's how you say his name. Apologize if it's wrong. Atara did come in a close second in shot volumes a season ago. He averaged 1.88. He had a limited run, but he does well with the open play crossing volume. If not for the indirect sets, he's usually not on them, but his open play work, he'll cross into the middle to Solanke, so it would be a good connection. He'll cross it to whoever wants to get it on the end of the thing. It helps build up crossing volume points on DraftKings. Also, I like Atara to draw some fouls. He's very quick. He's on the ball. He's hard to depossess without fouling, and he's 5,900. So I absolutely would not argue with like a pairing of Atara and Billings trying to find a goal, trying to draw some fouls, and their ownership will be low. There's other targets in Fulham and Everton and on the opposite side of this match in West Ham that I think is going to eat up the salary eat up salary and eat up ownership for those looking to mix and match with the final stack that we're going to get into. That's my favorite stack, is the Brighton stack. I touched in the previous video, so I'm not going to get too much into it on why I like Brighton. Pretty much home matchup against a far lesser team, in my opinion. Could be wrong, but Brighton I find it hard to get away from. Now, in the previous video, I said I really liked Pascal Gross and Solly March. For GPP, I really think you'll see a lot of people get 4-man stacks of it. I do like 3-man stacks of it, of them, without the keeper. If you want to go with Jason Steele in your lineup as part of your stack, then make it a total of 4-man or 5-man stacks. But out of the actual outside players, I personally like the 3-man go at it. In the previous video, I said I liked Evan Ferguson. I've seen some projected lineups say that João Pedro might be in. That's fine. They're the same price. I don't mind either or. It's really goal chasing at that point. So I do like João Pedro and Caro Mitoma for GPP purposes. It's chasing goals. They do well to find the back of the net. They're not afraid to shoot, and they can be they have a high asking price, but they can be still paired off if you fit mix and match the Sheffield United pieces or the Bournemouth pieces. You can mix and match João Pedro and or Mitoma. I'm not opposed to both of them in the same lineup with Solly March or Pascal Gross. Me personally, GPP wise, I would go with Solly March unless he doesn't start. Obviously, then I would pivot down to Pascal Gross. But Solly March, just because the open play work, he's not afraid to shoot. He crosses at will, whether it's indirect sets, whether it's open play volume. He'll just keep crossing it for someone to get on the end of it. He very hard to dispossess. He'll draw fouls. He does a lot. His asking price is high. I'm still willing to pay it. So give me Solly March. One or the other, or both. I don't mind both for GPP. Caro Mitoma or João Pedro, and then you can choose to mix it in with, and I think it's a little bit contrarian if you want to go with Pevis Estupiñán, the wingback. He is very expensive at the defender spot, 7,000. I would also add in real quick that for a little higher floor, I think you can pay down from Estupiñán to Emerson from West Ham. He is handling the indirect sets. He does give you about $900 savings on DraftKings. But regardless to which, for me, 3-man Brighton, I don't mind a 4-man neither if you can really fit it in. I think 3-man will be enough to get the job done. Again, João Pedro, Caro Mitoma, and Solly March for me. I see projected Daniel Welbeck in there. His asking price is high. Yes, he can score. He's not consistently getting full runs in the minutes, and I don't see why, if he starts, why at some point they wouldn't pull him out to give Evan Ferguson some matches. So for me personally, 9,100, I'll live with it if he scores and destroys my lineups on DraftKings. But I'm gonna stay away from Daniel Welbeck on this one until his price drops. And I think that's about it. Again, if you guys like the content, if you give me a like and subscribe to the channel, it'll help me keep doing them forward. Any comments, questions, again, you can hit me up on Twitter, JV88_football, or you can leave a comment in this video, any stacks you like, any questions you have about the stacks. You can even say which stack is going to let me down out of the 3 I went through. But my 3 favorite stacks and this is 2 to 3 man of each. My 3 favorite stacks for GPPs on DraftKings for August 12th is August 12th, 2023. Main slate is Sheffield United, Bournemouth, and Brighton. All right, thank you guys. I'll see you next time.